look how much this stock has dropped in value over the last 24 hours. And literally from yesterday, look at how much we rose in value, right? We started the day off at about $3, jumped all the way back up to $5, almost $6 a share. That's a 144% gain in overall share price in just one intraday trading session. So what happened, right? Why did we fall off the earth the second the market closed, and why are we down 47% today? Well, guys, it's Bed Bath & Beyond. And to be frank with you, their numbers aren't great. This is not a long-term hold in any of my opinion. Most of the analysts agree that this is a sell. This is not something that they're holding. 0% of people agree that this is a buy. They've missed on their earnings over the last couple of quarters. So long-term, this stock doesn't make sense to hold, right? But the question is, why are we still seeing things like this? Why are we still seeing huge pops? Why are we still seeing huge pushes into these $6, $7, 140, 200% gains in one intraday trading session? A big reason we could be seeing this is because simply there's still a lot of retail sentiment involved with this stock. And that's more true than anything. If you go on StockTwits, if you go on Twitter, if you go on Reddit, this is one of the most talked about stocks right now on the market. And a big reason why that's the case is because more and more people are still kind of believing in this narrative that the hedge funds are out to get them and that they can successfully kind of screw over the hedge funds by running up the stock price if enough of them buy it the whole 9 yards. This is what happened with GameStop. It's what happened with AMC. And now it's happening obviously with Bed Bath & Beyond as well. And again, remember guys, Bed Bath & Beyond is no stranger to this kind of movement. Look back to August of last year. We had a run to $23 per share. Look over 5 years ago, we can even see all the way back to the original kind of short squeeze date, which I believe was back in February or January, I believe. We ran all the way to $30 per share, all the way up to $35 per share. So what I'm trying to tell you guys by looking at this stock is that you need to be careful when you're playing these very highly volatile, highly risky plays, right? This is why I don't buy shares with these types of plays. I only trade options. And when I'm trading those options, I'm typically trading very close to the strike price, and I'm only trading with money that I'm absolutely willing to lose. Bar none. That's the only reason why I trade these types of stocks. That's a big reason why. What we saw really recently happen with pretty much the exact same style of kind of run-up was on Carvana, which wasn't obviously too long ago, just a couple of days ago. Huge run-up, and now, of course, we are starting to kind of level off and start to cool off intraday by intraday. As you can see here, we've gone lower and lower every single day. But you're probably wondering, what's the point of watching this video if you're not getting a good stock to invest in? And that's exactly what I'm going to be looking at today, guys. We're going to be looking at some potential breakouts that could be happening soon in stocks that I'm going to be investing in literally the second this video goes up. But first things first, I want to recommend that you join our free Discord, guys. This is the best education community that we have on the market. It's an incredible, incredible place to learn how, of course, we buy and sell stocks on a daily basis, especially options. This is literally your one-stop shop. This is how you get access to our buy and sell alerts that we post obviously every single day. If you guys haven't already, I'd really recommend hitting that first link down in the description below, getting joined up, go over to this join us section, hit this link or any of the links that we post in there for upgrade chat, and this is how you get access to our buy and sell alerts. As you can see, we have a variety of different options for payment, whichever you like to do, whether you want to pay once, pay monthly, or of course yearly, whatever it is that fits your budget or fits the way that you work best. And you get access to our entire Discord as well as our premium channels and of course our buy and sell alerts. If this sounds interesting, hit that first link down in the description below. You guys know how it goes. But let's get into a little more of the stocks that I wanted to talk about today and why I might be potentially investing in a few of them coming soon, potentially even trading options on them as well. So first things first, what are the big movers of today, right? What is going on in the market as of right now? We have Chegg, Hertz, and Oak Street Health all making significant moves in their own respective rights. We had Oak Street Health, relatively popular growth kind of speculative shares, surging over 30% after the Wall Street Journal reported CVS Health was close to an agreement to buy the primary care provider for about $10.5 billion. Could be potentially a nice acquisition play there. Could be a potential breakout that we could be seeing very soon. We also have Sweetgreen. Sweetgreen shares fell about 6% after a downgrade. Not really something that I'm interested in buying, and probably, if anything, shorting or buying puts on. Just my personal thesis on that given stock. Next things next, we have Chegg. Chegg shares dropped over 19% after sharing that revenue guidance for the full year and first quarter of them fell short for analyst expectations. Chegg is still a relatively good company and might be a decent growth stock to be looking at. Their price targets are still pretty good as far as I remember from looking at analysts and just in general, obviously. It's a company that helps people with their homework, kind of like ChatGPT does now, but a little bit obviously more archaic in that sense. And I think they'll probably catch up to ChatGPT eventually with new technology in order to stay competitive. Lockheed Martin's a classic blue chip stock, very, very good for the U.S. economy because once again, of course, the U.S. always has a large defense budget that they are willing to dish out. Most of that defense budget every single year goes to Lockheed Martin. And even though they are just about 1% lower, we still have an upgrade to outperform for underperform at Credit Suisse. And most people agree that this company is still going to do very, very well. But let's talk about the stocks that I think that might be primed for buying or potentially for a breakout soon. None other than ExxonMobil. We're actually going to go and do some technical analysis on Exxon because I think it is just such an interesting stock to kind of look at and, of course, analyze. As you can see here, this is what we're looking at with Exxon right now. Not a clear picture when we're on the 5-minute chart, but for swing trades, I like to do 15 minutes. And I think that if anything, Exxon has some more potential for swings at the levels that it's at right now. We're not really seeing major moves in any real direction. Lots of intraday trading where these little pops right here and these little dumps. But again, for any of those big gap ups that we saw, like just a couple of days ago, or really not even a couple of days ago, this was back in November, these large gap ups. But we can go kind of further and see that right now we're trading in this kind of tight little area between most of the MA lines. There's not a clear direction for the breakout that these people are, of course, obviously trying to predict. As you can see here on the daily, we are above all the MA lines, which means that is pretty bullish overall. And we could potentially see a further breakout further up because we're above those MA lines. It's just the way that momentum typically likes to trade. We were under those for quite some time, as you can see. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about with the MA lines, by the way, these are used for momentum and discovering really where the stock has been headed over the last couple of days, weeks, months, or years. And of course, using that information with other indicators as well to make an educated guess on where a good buying opportunity would be. Because more than likely when the stock and the overall price action, those green and red candles right there, is below or above these types of MA lines, it typically stays above those MA lines or below those MA lines wherever it is tending to live. Right now, it's living above those, and it could potentially really live above those for a little bit longer, at least on the daily. Again, you have to look at all charts and obviously get a good understanding of perspective of where those are at. But that's Exxon. Might be a nice little option play here coming up, especially with all the energy stuff that's been happening recently with legislation in the U.S. government and a variety of other things as well. Also, guys, if you're wondering what app I'm using right now to do this technical analysis and look at these charts, hit the second link down in the description below if you guys want to get up to potentially $30,000 in free stocks with Webull.com. Webull.com is an amazing, amazing brokerage app that we use on a daily basis for not only trading stocks, but also analyzing them like I'm doing in this video right now. Amazing company, really live, up-to-date price updates. Basically, you can kind of see exactly where the price is at and not ever have to feel like you're guessing or, of course, behind on the trend, which a lot of these other brokerages are really like that, right? They don't give you those live price updates that you would want when you're making split-second decisions in the market, especially if you're a day trader. So, again, if you guys want to pick up some free stock, support the channel with the affiliate link, hit that second link down in the description below. It's an amazing brokerage, and we use it on a daily basis. Also, make sure to join that Discord, guys. Like I said, go over to the join category, sign up for premium, and you guys could get access to our buy and sell alerts. Amazing app, amazing brokerage, amazing Discord, and just in general, guys, I'm very excited for the future of what the stock market holds and what we could be seeing coming very, very soon. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.